first book we're going to read today is Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. And the story is by Eric Litwin. And the art is by James Dean. So he's the illustrator. I see lots of buttons. Pete the cat put on his favorite shirt with 4 big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. I expect you to sing it along with me. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? So if we had 4 and we take away 1, there should be 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. Let's see what happens next. Pete is thinking 3, groovy. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my 1 groovy button. My button, my 1 groovy button. It's kind of hard for you guys to see the words, I know. Pop! Oh no. The last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Let's see how many buttons are left. 0. 0 looks like an O. It's a circle. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? I know all of you guys know this answer because we read this so much together in class. His belly button. And he kept on singing his song. And he's thinking it's all good. He's not worried about just having a belly button. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. Your belly button can't pop off, thank goodness. That would be gross. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing. The end. Buttons come and buttons go.